I didn't even introduce myself properly, did I? Hi, I'm Sam Muzzard. Hi, well, you said not to put on a YouTube-y voice, like, hey everyone, how you going? My name is Sam Muzzard. I'm a professional natural vegan bodybuilder. Why do you carry a tripod? I carry a tripod because rather than filming my workouts, we like to play Wordle or Spelling Bee. So we train our brain at the same time as our body. Feel free to type in some words if you can think of any. Well, I don't know how this is going to go today. Today we're training back. That's pretty much it. There's nothing special about it. So with my training, our training, we don't normally record things down that much, do we? Nah, not really. We pretty much just go by how things feel. And I think I've pretty much trained that way my whole life. Like I've done a few programs where you're like, all right, I'll meticulously record everything. But the gains are always, negligible or minute if that. Whereas like, I just like training. So I'll just come in and train what I feel like. Betina here is a natural professional bodybuilder. She's also 55, but not only that, she's also part pirate. Aha! Aha! We're doing 8s, yeah? Let's just do 8. Oh, did you start your workout? If it's not recorded, it didn't really happen. So like what we've been doing lately with our big lifts is we've been trying to do just about 8 reps, like 6 to 8. But then all like the accessory stuff, we'll do more reps with those kinds of things. And we just pretty much follow that principle, but doing like whatever we feel like. Yes. What kind of programming do you do to become Mr. Australia? No programming, you just lift. Yeah. Water, right? Here's a tip for people that don't drink enough water. Most people are awake for at least 16 hours a day, right? Right, Betty? 16, yeah. So most people are awake for about 16 hours a day. Every hour you drank 200 mils of water, that would be 3.2 liters. And the easiest way to do, you're doing some math in your head there. The easiest way to do it, if you've got like a smartwatch, would be like, drink some water, tell your smartwatch to time it for an hour, then an hour time, it'll start vibrating. Oh, I need to have a drink, 200 mils. Say it again, set another timer, and just keep doing that until, there you go, you drank all your water.
Pretty sure I drank 3 litres.
3 liters in the morning?
Place to it.
How?
Drink a litre when I first wake up.
Jesus.
Then I go for the run or whatever and I do my cardio and I come back and I'll have some more.
No wonder you pee all the fucking time. Felt good. 7. Yeah, 8. Nice. Oh, looked easy. All right. Oh, fuck it. Put the green back on, dingus. It's only 8. You know what's scary sometimes? She's a 55-year-old female. She's lifting close to what I'm lifting. It makes me feel like a little bitch. All right, well, if that was 150 that I did last, no, let's just go to 180. Like, I'll just throw it on. Betina and I are both training for the Worlds, for the ICN. So the ICN Worlds are here in Australia on the 1st to the 3rd of November. So we currently have 35 weeks till comp. Oh, all right, let's see how we go today. Huh? Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, I can't remember.
3.
No, that was at 2. That was the 220. I don't feel like I'm ready though. Oh. See, this here is a deadlift bar, for those at home that don't know. The circumference of this bar is thinner, so you can get your hands around it more. Now I've got tiny little hands, so it really helps me. Not only that, there's no centered knurl, so it's not meant to be on your back for squatting because, well, there's no knurl. And then not only that, the bar's slightly longer, and the tensile strength of the steel is a little more bendable, so that when you're deadlifting, the bar will start to bend a little bit, so you're in a more advantageous position when you're deadlifting, and then the weights will come up off of the floor with the bar. It's just not good to do anything else with this bar because of that like gyrating movement that it has with the weights bouncing on either side. So for deadlifts, these are amazing. Everything else, no. This bar, this is a power bar. It's shorter, it's stiffer, has center knurling. So this is good for then everything else. A lot of people when they do a bent over row and then they like start and then they're like here. And they're rowing like this. And all that they're doing is their traps. They're doing fuck all of their lats and their back, which is then you're not actually doing a bent over row. You might as well just do some shrugs. The idea of this exercise is that you want to be bent over, hence why it's called a bent over row. So even grip with your hands on the bar, stand up nice and tall to start with. Okay, now you want to get the bar as close to the ground as you can when you decline. So they're just above the ground. From there, row. And you stay bent over. So you actually use your back. That felt nice. How do you spell aioli?
I think aioli has an E in it anyway.
Oh, are you sure? Aioli. Nah, I can't. Yes. Oh, well, I had the word right. I just can't fucking spell. Oh, that's a hard one.
I hate
The word restaurant, like restaurant, like
Yeah.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I know there's an A and there's a U. It's just
R-E-S-T-A-U-R-A-N-T.
Oh,
Restaurant.
What's that again? Oof. Oof. Yep. 7, 8. Come on. 9. Good. Woo! I'm going to change these over to 20 so it looks more impressive. Because just like bodybuilding, it's an optical illusion. I'll get 8. Yes, yes you can.
That's it.
All right, done. Almost there, come on. One more. Oh, we're going. Oh, all right. Fuck. Yeah, all right.
At least 6.
I know though, taking off that 120, so it's back down to 3 plates, I'm gonna be fucking shit. Take off 2. Double what I do. Let's go. Home. I'm trying. No, it's all right, I'll get it. Yeah. One more. Yep. 5. I felt my biceps hurting a lot on that. What are like the 3 things that you would do to start off with if you were like, I want to become a bodybuilder? Like, what did you do?
Get a coach.
Get a coach. That's just one. So, no, well, I guess that's the one that would be like, get a coach, then just listen to everything they tell you.
Go to a bodybuilding show.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Have a look.
You know, I'm saying that, a lot of people, they don't. They're like, oh, I want to be a bodybuilder. I'm like, 1, why? But then 2, like, have you been to a show before?
Yeah.
Heaps of them. No.
No.
No, so then why are you doing this?
Well, that was me. I'd never been to one.
So you never went to watch one before you competed?
Yes, I did. When I decided to compete, I went and watched
So you
one.
went and watched it? Yeah,
Yeah,
good. So
yeah.
it's like, oh, that's what I need to... Yeah, that's great.
The other one is find a good gym.
Yeah, good
Find
gym.
a good gym, good people around you, coach mainly.
Coach, yeah. Get a
You need
coach.
a coach for guidance.
I think a lot of people, they don't go to a comp to watch it. So they have no idea or expectation on what is required what they need to look like, right? So they might get a coach, but then they're like, oh, well, the coach can't tell me what to do. And they don't really put in the effort that's required. And then they compete and they don't look exactly how they're meant to because they never watched one to know how like detailed you have to be with the actual condition, what you need.
Yeah, when I went to the first show, I went, holy shit. All right, game on.
Well, I was in that boat. I never went to a show. When I started, some dude in the gym he just saw that I was getting lean. He's like, oh, you should think about competing in a bodybuilding comp. So me and my training partner at the time were like, all right, we'll give it a go. So we started dieting the best that we knew because we didn't have, back then there wasn't coaches. You just asked like some guidance from random people that look like they compete. So we followed certain protocols and we competed. I didn't place in any of the first shows that I did. But from doing that, it made me realize, because I was standing next to other champions that they bested me and they won the whole show. And they were a junior. So seeing them in person was like, oh, fuck, I need to do more. I need to work harder to achieve that same result that they're getting. So then 6 months later, I competed again and then I did win. Because I didn't take any break off and I just kept working harder. 12. 13. Oh, you got it, one more. Oh. Yeah. 12. Oh. Dildo. She hasn't grown up at all. A tip for doing lat pull down. Now, we're very fortunate that at this gym, I think these are actually mine from my gym when I closed, but these are the mag grips. These mag grips are great. They're ergonomically designed to be able to put your palm on it more comfortably, so then you shouldn't have to use straps, which is really handy, because you wouldn't be able to strap up on this anyway. This one at the moment is an underhand grip. The label goes facing out towards you. Put your thumbs on the corners, you don't have to, as long as your hands are over the top. It just feels a lot more comfortable on your hands and your wrists, especially for people with little hands. But when doing a lat pull down, I see heaps of people and they just fuck it right up, where they're swinging their body backwards and forwards. Like, yeah, look, you can use a little bit of momentum to kind of get things moving. I think that's fine, because like our bodies are designed to use momentum to move certain things. We're aiming for hypertrophy. So like we want it to be consistent and feel the muscle squeeze and stretch, right? So like with every rep, you want to try to get to that point where you lose your neck because you've got as much stretch as you possibly can, right? So as a big a stretch as you possibly can, and then from that, without swinging your body, drive your elbows down towards the ground as low as you can get the handles, stretch all the way back up so that you get a stretch in your lat. And that's much better than like rocking. There's heaps of people, they do this with the shittest fucking form possible. So when doing a dumbbell curl, most people will like kind of curl up and then they drop the dumbbell back in that direction, which is they're not really engaging their biceps, it's kind of more of your forearm. So if you really suck at controlling the dumbbells, then keep them in this position and then do your curl and then keep it in that same position on the way back down. When you go to flex your bicep, you have your wrist curled that way to actually peak your bicep, right? You don't go flexing your bicep like this, unless you're doing some kind of like fancy pose, I guess. Because this is using more of my forearm to flex and not so much here. I turn, now I get the peak of my bicep. I'm not curling my wrist fucking down to hit my forearm, I want my bicep. At the moment it's doing nothing. I could tense it, but still not the same. But if I turn my wrist that way, my bicep instantly has created that peak, and I'm gonna keep the tension in my actual bicep, which I'm actually trying to work. The other thing that you can do to make that easier to make sure that the dumbbell is in the position that you want on the negative is where you place your hand on the dumbbell. I'd try to put my palm against the edge of the dumbbell. The part that's hanging, the dumbbell wants to obviously tip this way. So then as I'm like curling and as it's coming down, the dumbbell wants to make sure that my bicep is staying more contracted as it's falling. So yeah, that's a bonus tip for you. Now this fun thing, eh? Is that 4? 5. This machine here at Australian Muscle, the gym, this is a bicep curl machine. The brand is called Strive. Now, Strive, they don't make Strive machines anymore. The company got bought out, now it's called Prime. So what it is that there's 3 different areas which you can load the weight, and it changes the strength curve depending on where you place the load. So at the moment on setting 1, it's gonna feel middle range. So it's gonna just feel like a normal bicep curl machine. You feel tension the whole way through. Our next set, we're gonna move the weights to number 2. Now number 2, the very start of the lift is gonna feel like nothing because the weight is gonna swing forward, so then the resistance curve isn't really gonna take hold until we're just about that halfway point, and this last part of the contraction is where we're gonna feel the load. Vice versa, the other way around, when we put it to number 3, this time the load is gonna be right here at the start because the first thing that moves is gonna go straight up because the weight's here. We're gonna feel heaps of tension at the start of the lift. Once we get to the halfway point, it's gonna feel heaps easier. These machines are great if you're like trying to work through like a plateau point, that if you're getting stuck, if you're like, oh, I suck at the bottom half of the lift, well then train more at that bottom half to get stronger at that particular range of the motion. Dismount. It's done. We did it. Thank you for joining us. See you next time. When you're in your off season, people are like, oh, you look like you're getting fat. Don't say fat, you say fluffy. It's less offensive. Or, oh, you're looking real skinny, shredded. I'm looking shredded, not skinny.